Hello, my name is Fran Moore-Hotchkiss, and I have had the honor of being a Brandon Township Public Library employee for 49 page years, and I just love it. It's my joy, my passion, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I grew up 2 doors down from the old library. I'm the middle of 11 children, and we were always at the public library. When I was only 5, the librarian, she was very kind and patient, and she let me put away 10 picture books and dust the shelves. And after that, I volunteered a lot, probably almost every other day, I would say. By the time I was 11, I had the Dewey Decimal System memorized. I knew where every single book was. And I was in the library every day, and the library director at the time, Mrs. Pipe, she said, "Franny, would you like a job? You're not old enough to get your worker's permit, but we can pay you $1 an hour out of petty cash." So I said, "Sure," and she hired me 10 hours a week. I came in, I shelved books, I helped people find books, and I really loved it. So then, May 1st, 1975, I got my first paycheck, and that was a very exciting day. I'll never forget, like holding it, oh, my first paycheck. So that was a very exciting day. And then I got to do a story time once a week at that age. And when I turned, 18, I got and graduated from high school. They hired me full time, and I was the head of children's services then. And I did like 12 story times a week. I got to buy all the children's books. I went to meetings. I had a lot of responsibility. I planned all the summer reading programs, and at that time we didn't have our big beautiful library that we have now and program rooms. And so I did my programs at the old town hall. Sometimes I'd have to even shovel the sidewalk before I could do my story time. So this building is a luxury. I just love it. So I was the head of youth services until 2016, and then my job title changed to Outreach Liaison Librarian. But as I was working at the library, as our population grew, at first I just had an associate's degree right out of high school. I thought I wanted to be a social worker, so I got my associate's degree in mental health, and I did a 250-hour internship at the Children's Village. And I loved it. I got an A+, but my supervisor there said, "You would be burned out in 6 months." I wanted to take all the children home with me and adopt them. So anyway, the associate's degree was enough to be the head of children's services, but then our population grew even more, and they said I had to have my bachelor's by 1990. So I went to U of M Flint, thought, I'd like to be a teacher. So I got my bachelor's in early childhood education, but still worked at the library. I love the library and doing all the programs. So I thought a bachelor's would be all I needed. But then, as our population grew even more, they said, "Well, Fran, in order to be the head of children's services, you're going to have to get your master's in library science." And I was like, "Oh, no. Well, as long as the new person would let me do my programs and that, maybe, I won't go get my master's." And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, I've been planning all my programs, getting to do, what I wanted to do, and that'd be really hard, to just not be able to do that anymore. So I went to Wayne State, and I got my master's in information library sciences in 1996. And it was the best thing I could ever do, and no one can ever take your degree away from you. So it was great knowledge, and I had all the background of hands-on, library work, which I thought was really helpful. I just love my job here. I do sometimes up to 40 outreach programs to the schools. If I didn't have bills, I would do it for free. On the Fridays, I do 7 story times at the schools. I get 250 hugs, and I love you, Miss Franz. And that just makes my heart full. And I love this community, and feel really loved and appreciated, and I just can't imagine working anywhere else. Thank you.